Read the disclaimer. Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome to the Beyblade X episode review. We continue with Team Dream versus Team Persona, where basically Pakkun lost to Multi, and then after he's declaring that the whole video footage of him breaking in and stealing was deepfake. So he's basically talking about it. What I thought was really funny was when he's talking about it, because it's like, oh, the video was created with AI and borrowing IRL assets. I'm like, yo, where have we seen? Wow, it's like, it's really parroting real life when the official Takira Tomy literally had a multi-AI video. What irony that he's declaring the video, hey, well, maybe he's onto something. He's basically just like, you know, he's just saying that Multi had like all these bad intentions or whatever, and he's trying to basically expose in the public, and then after he's, you know, I really don't like him. In terms of like the writing, I like him. In terms of the character, obviously not, because he's very much a loser. But actually what's interesting is how they kind of continue off this, because in the manga, what basically happens is that they basically have an investigation declared, and that means that Multi is eliminated technically. But in here, Queen says no, well, the match is still the match, so he lost either way. So that's interesting, because then after that gives Multi a chance to actually battle. I did actually also really like this episode, because like visually wise, I thought it was pretty nice. I liked a lot of the comedy in this one, like when Ichigo gets scared of the Rex digital creature. I thought that was really, really cool. I think stuff like that is really cool, and they actually explore like the B4 system and like the cool thing, which is like the designs of these little creatures and stuff like that. So that's like cool to see. I like when Rex is stomping, it's like a literal, or not Rex, TYRANNO beats stomp. It's like a literal, you literally have the dinosaur like shaking the room and everything. I did really like Common X this episode, because he's just also cheering with everyone. I still really enjoy Common X's character. I just like that he's just like vibing the entire time. But more or less, it's very similar to how it was before. Not really much gets added for Rex that's too interesting for like his story and that type of stuff. Yeah, he basically just pulls out his TYRANNO beat, and Multi gets her Night Shield, and I find it really, really funny because Night Lance is just forgotten. I think because it sold really poor. I don't know if it's just because it really did sell poorly in Japan or something, but dude, I have not seen Night Lance in such a long time. That hasn't been like if maybe the manga used it. Anyways, with TYRANNO beats, he does his launch. I do like the little animation when the Bey is constantly jumping. You see like the sparks. So they basically just comment on Rex's like strong nature and how he was raised and how his Bey is like stalking like a prey. So Multi's strategy was supposed to be this, that as Rex is landing, she'll land the counter attack, which it's fine, I guess, how they were trying to do it, but that's why I thought, like, why didn't they pick Lance? Because I'm pretty sure Lance was specifically for the counterattack. Shield was more the shock absorption. Not technically that it's wrong, but poor Lance, man. Give Lance something. But Multi screws up with the timing, and she loses by a burst finish, and Rex sweeps. So I thought that was really cool. I like some of the references to the manga panels that they did this episode. And yeah, literally just, she messed up the timing. But yeah, I think it's cool when you kind of see a little bit of the IRL aspects and when they acknowledge stuff like that. Like how they acknowledge how Quake is basically like this kind of failure of a tip. Because when he was talking with Pakkun, whatever, it's like, yeah, that's literally just his strategy. And it's either he wins really easily and sweeps, or he loses really, really bad. It's like the power of TYRANNO beat, his unstoppable attack power. So Common X is very excited to battle. Rex claims that Chrome ran away from him because he kept trying to ask him for a match and he declined. He was like, oh, well, he's running away. I thought that was, because right after, I love this shot that they did of Common X when he starts laughing. That is a really beautiful shot, not only animated, just visually. I thought that was really nice to start laughing at him. And I like it too, because then right after that, he literally declares he's just going to run away in the battle using his Drawn Buster, which I do like also that this shows Common X is doing a little bit more strategy, because I didn't like before how, I mean, most of his matches are literally just extreme dash, so I like that he actually did some consideration in this one, and an attack versus an attack, he does actually avoid it, so I thought that was kind of cool. And it's fun too, because that's literally Rex's downfall, because he literally just has like this one strategy that is basically like pass or fail. He keeps basically getting evaded by Common X, and then after he tries to do the extreme dash, which I really like the effects of it. It's a little pixely actually. They should have tried to do maybe a Gaussian blur on the trail actually. It's a little bit weird No, no, you could just say that's like the flame thing. I'm just considering it. I would have probably actually maybe done another layer on top of the trail with a Gaussian blur and maybe like do some blending mode to make a little bit of a glow to it, but it's whatever. Rex goes for it. I would say the storyboarding was, overall, I would say it was pretty good this episode. He does lose because he self-KOs, which I do like. And then after next week is Queen versus Common X. Visually, I like it. I like the King Crimson world looks pretty cool for how they fucking did it. And I think in this space, so basically they do like the whole thing where they do black and whites and then inverted, which is kind of what the manga does for the So they do a little bit of grading kind of on the tint of her skin kind of in this space. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I want to see how it looks like next week though. I like the simulation of it because her ability, you'll find out I guess if you're anime only, but she does have a really cool ability. And I'm curious to see how they kind of adapt it. I think it looks interesting, to say the least. Alrighty, now the ratings for this episode as we kind of wrap it up. I mean, yeah, it was a nice addition for the multi stuff that they kind of put on there. And multi actually does lose, because she rarely loses, if at all, in Beyblade X. And that was at least nice to see that she can at least lose one, because I don't like that Common X. Well, Common X wins everything, but that narratively at least makes sense. But then after multi also wins everything, and then after it's like, what's the tension in this? So, yeah. So we said story 4. I said about, yeah, art and animation, obviously above average, like 3.5. Battle, as I thought was very entertaining, a 4. I thought the CG was really nice. With a lot of the angles, you can maybe say 3.5 or 4 if you want to. And I think character work is probably also always going to get a 5. I don't know if I should keep that part of the rating. No, they're written pretty interesting in this and how the characters interact. No, it's fine, it's fine. I'm trying to think of a time. I think the only time that rating's gonna ever go lower is gonna probably be if maybe the character writing doesn't make sense for them, or if it's not that unique of a situation maybe for them, potentially. I'm trying to think, which probably is why I should have done this system earlier on, and then after I could have thought about it more. Anyways, mallbays.com. Yo, it's our store. It's an option way to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. We do have our Amazon affiliate link as well if you want to get Hasbro Beyblade X. I think I'm eventually going to have the Canadian one maybe this week, hopefully. So that way there's 2 ways if you want to support either by the Canada or the US via Amazon. But yeah, option way to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. And yeah, I think it's overall interesting. That also means that next week we would be wrapping up with Team Dream. Yeah, I'm still wondering how they're going to be pacing the next few episodes, because I know they've been trying to do this thing where technically they kind of give a space of almost 2 episodes per, like, the chapter. In this case, it's really spaced out. But I still don't know, because I know the manga is ending very soon, and I'm just trying to wonder how does the anime kind of... What is the anime going to do for releases? Like, I assume we're probably going to have to get some sort of filler release, maybe? Potentially? Or not filler release, maybe like an anime-only thing that's not in the manga. That's my assumption, I would assume. But I want to say anyways, thank you all for watching. That'll be it for now. Take care and bye!